All right, guys, we back with another video. You know I'm coming with the information, so slide into my notification and hit the bell, button bean, and subscribe. This video will be brought to you by Real Report, man. Y'all know it's kind of tied into the game of hip hop. Mostly everything in news is almost hip hop related. You know, we're gonna come back with the Offset and Lil Tay shooting. So y'all, let's check this out right here. Let's see what kind of information we can decode. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it.
He was signing business artists in order to fight guys. You really want too much even putting on people in your city like that. You start messing with these business artists and Dog signing with you. Dog would probably still be alive today if he wasn't so strongly associated with Gucci.
We were able to get a bond assigned for Lontrell Williams Sr., the father of Pooh Shiesty. The judge ultimately decided she's going to assign him a home incarceration, which she says is the strictest bond she can assign outside of giving him or granting him into federal custody. She said the only time he is allowed to leave his home is to attend his court dates in Dallas, where this case will ultimately be tried. And she said he'll be under electronic monitoring while this all plays out.
Do you know the one thing outside of their names that Pooh Shiesty and his father have in common? They are both rats. Stop it, Wack. His dad's been a rat since 2009.
You know, Wack 100 put out some paperwork that Pooh Shiesty daddy is a rat. He's been ratted since 2009.
They have 5K1. You have a 5K1, when the feds call a 5K1, and you have a Rule 35. A 5K1 is when you snitching before you finish. A Rule 35 is after. So that means when you got a 5K1, 9 times out of 10, you're cooperating on the case that you're on already. You're already cooperating on the case that you called. That's when most people get their 5K1s, they got caught.
All right, most people. You know, you got to learn to listen on this podcast. I'll be trying to tell y'all. Learn to listen in most cases. So you can't say he is. You're saying in most cases. You're not 100% sure that this man did a 501k or whatever those numbers you were throwing out. You're not sure. You're saying most cases. So that's a red flag for me.
Something like that, and they got a situation where it's multiple people, so they can tell or give up information that's going on in the case that they're already locked up on.
Okay, so let me say this real quick. So the way it's being put out online is that the 5K1.1 motion is a
5K1.
An informant that's already informed many a times. So the government.
Okay, 5K1 is an informer who have informed many of time.
You can trust them on the level that they would offer them somewhat of a promotion, and the promotion is the 5K1.1 motion. Is that?
Okay, I'm gonna say this. That's somewhat correct. It's kind of like awful correct. Because a lot of people can say 5K1, like say for example, you catch a case. When you catch your case, this say I got co-defendants, me and you co-defendants. I agree to testify before you. So what happens is the feds are giving me credit for testifying against you. And we got an armed robbery. Me and you robbed the bank together. But I'm the one that's cooperating as far as who was the mastermind, who was the getaway driver, who did this, who did that. I'm cooperating, testifying on that. So it's not that you're a confidential informant. 9 times out of 10, like I said, they're either paid or they let you loose to go work a case off that you already caught it. I guess we all the feds went back and hit Pooh Shiesty's house. And when they went back, they think his dad was a party to the crime that was going on in the situation. The dad was a party to the crime. So then they went back, I guess, to hit Pooh Shiesty's house allegedly. And Pooh Shiesty's daddy was in there, and them guns and stuff was in the house.
Well, they say they have one video that they say there were no weapons found in that house. There's a video out right now that say they had no weapons found in the house.
They agree. Like when I heard about Pusha's dad being a rat, and this and that, if I had told you this, but this before the paperwork came out, I'm supposed to see about it, but I'm due to my current situation, you know, I can't really afford the paperwork. But like I said, a lot of times stuff be going on.
You see what I'm saying? And like, if he's alleging that he is one, that's a red flag because you don't have the paperwork to show it. All right? If you're alluding that he's not one, cool, because we don't have any paperwork to show that the dad is a rat. That's the first thing we need to stop doing. If you don't have the paperwork, stop saying coulda, woulda, most likely, it probably, you gotta take that out. You gotta take that out. So either he is or he isn't. If you've been on PC, show me the paperwork. If you can't show me the paperwork, you need to have more than one eyewitness to say this person was on PC, protecting their custody.
And you can't show the paperwork, then it was going to be not to really put that out and speak on that.
Right.
Because we couldn't pour the paperwork out due to my situation.
Well,
So I didn't want to put you in a situation.
But what did you hear?
Go ahead.
But what did you hear though? That made you come to that conclusion.
You know what I mean?
Y'all see what he said? If I don't have the paperwork, I can't really put that out or have you in a situation as you should. You should not say nothing unless you have the paperwork or you have more than 2 or 3 witnesses, which I agree how the biblical terms are. In front of 2 or 3 witnesses, let everything be established, or the paperwork that is not sealed.
Right, because I have people that worked in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Home when it was in the bed, or I have somebody that might have been working there, and they'll come back and tell me certain stuff like that. They'll tell me, you know, Pusha said he had
You know what I'm saying? Like pillow talking.
I can't blame or you know, like they told me, Pusha got there, he went PC, or when I'm in the bed, when I was in the bed, we had what we call the South car. And in the South car, you got Tennessee with me.
All right, so right now he dropping just insinuatings. All of that he's talking about, whoever that is speaking, you're insinuating because I have partners in doing this. I have partners in doing that. So they've given me feedback on what's going on. That's not enough evidence. You can't say a man was in PC because someone you know, oh man, that nigga was in PC, man. That's not enough evidence. It's not. So they might be saying that just to get you off. Oh, he is, yeah, man, and then have a whole narrative that's not even true.
I'm a man. So we got guys from that's in our car on the Tennessee period. So you'll hit a challenge, you know what I'm saying, in the car, because we all sit at the same table, we all watch the same TV, we all in the cell together, we room with each other, and we hear certain stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I just happen to be in the cell.
He say, she say, I want concrete evidence. That's what's wrong with the street codes today. You see what I'm saying? There is no evidence, bro. And y'all have people in trouble or having them red flag because, you know what I'm saying, of he say, she say shenanigans. Show me the paperwork or out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let that be established, bro.
Somebody that was
Oh, Lord.
with Black Youngster. You know what I'm saying? And I have another homie from Memphis that's well known in Memphis named Boo Boo that I used to gamble with a lot on the yard.
Now watch this right here. You shouldn't even be saying Boo Boo name on recording. Because what if Boo Boo don't want you displaying his name about him talking to you when he was in the pen or wherever he gives, you know, y'all be talking. See, this is a form of street code being decoded by street niggas that's telling the codes up. Right here. He just indicated Boo Boo street code in him, and he's probably don't even want his name out there.
So I hear certain things about certain people, and this is like two times in this situation. You'll hear about certain stuff about these individuals, but like I said, if I ain't got the paperwork to really put it out there in the internet or in the
You see what I'm saying? So so your case is dismissed. But like I said, you know, I don't have the paperwork to really put it out there. Case dismissed. Case dismissed. You heard me? You heard it right here from Pap, man. From DZ1, Mr. Referee. Your case is dismissed because you can't provide the evidence. It's just she say, he say, shenanigans. Street codes decoded, bro. Stop putting stuff out there and you don't have evidence.
I ain't gonna speak on the internet or in public because that time I'm in position.
Talking about he ain't gonna speak on it. You already speaking on it, and you don't have the position to do it because you don't have the paperwork to prove it. But you still speaking on stuff he say or she say have heard. Street codes decoded. Street codes decoded. See what I'm saying? I'm decoding the decodes of the ones that saying they decoding it. Nah, man, I'm the real street code decoder. Case dismissed, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So you'll hear what they talk about.
Today, federal prosecutors called up an FBI agent who was part of the Violent Crimes Division in Dallas. He walked through the accusations in the indictment and answered questions from defense attorneys. The judge ruled there is enough probable cause to move forward with the case. So then, at this point, it's unclear how late we'll go into tonight, but we do know that Lontrell Williams Sr., father of Pooh Shiesty, has been assigned home incarceration and cannot leave his home unless he's attending a court hearing in Dallas.
His dad's name was Mob Boss.
Now I'm gonna tell you like this. From this perspective right here, right? Triple O perspective. Let me street code decode this right here. If you are let go, the streets gonna say you ratting or you got some kind of you say something because of the charges. Why they letting you go? Okay, let's look at this scenario. Maybe, all right, so you haven't had a history of anything for a long time now. If you was in jail in 2009, 19 would be 10 years. Now you into the 26, around 16 years or 16 years or so, right? Give or take. Oh, well, let him go. He on house arrest for right now. His bond was set at 120-some thousand. Bro, that's 10% of that is like 100, like 10K. 10,000. So he can come home all day. His son just hit for $5 million at a record label or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Publishing deal or whatever he had. He can come home all day. So that's wishy-washy. That's just me analyzing how he could come home. Either he was good since he been gone, stand-up guy, he been doing righteous in the community, or he got the $10,000 bond, or he a snitch.
At one time, you know, he was almost on the kingpin level at one point with the hustling game out there in Memphis. And that's how he did initially get caught up. Are you familiar with the case or the situation that happened where it was a big shootout and it ended with Pooh Shiesty's daddy's sister being shot?
I didn't hear everything about this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I'm only talking to certain people. You only gonna hear bits and pieces of it. You just hear the bad part. Like he told on his case, but he told on that. But they don't really go into detail about it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you can't produce that paperwork, and versus the jail guys, but he ain't gonna really put it.
You see, you can't produce the paperwork. You can't be saying nothing about a person ratting or whatever. Oh, I heard this happened that he ratted on. No, I would be like, did you hear anything about this sister thing? Nah, I don't know nothing about it. I'm not going to add nothing else because I don't know nothing about enough of it to see the paperwork to allege nothing. That's the triple O perspective. You know what I'm saying?
And file your taxes 100% free. Plus, get your
We got a commercial coming up. But listen, guys, I'm just decoding some of this stuff right here, man. I want y'all to tap in with me. That's enough of this video right here. So, yeah, man, y'all hit the bell if y'all like what I'm doing, man. Y'all give me some feedback, and it's all good, man. Peace out. See y'all on the next video.